Good morning, gentlemen. It's June the 17th here in Central Illinois. I just felt the need this morning to have a little bit of Work Train Mania. Basically just running some of my own creations and some other people's kit bashed equipment to get the flavor of the day. This is kind of what we're up to. I never get tired of running this sort of stuff. I don't know why I find a work train or a freight train so doggone exciting, but I do. It's almost as good as sex, but not quite. Close, but no cigar, shall we say. But just a small run around. I don't know where you guys are at and what your weather is today, but here in Central Illinois, it's gotten warm and it's gotten humid. Nothing I like better than the growl of that goose. Actually sounds like an old farm truck. It really does. Me having grown up on a farm, I know exactly what it sounds like to run them in what we used to call granny low. That was first gear, really super low. And the power dump, it's doing a good job. Those traction tires definitely help it pull more than it's really capable of doing. And I like these DC motors. They have a lot more control than the AC. So, we'll bring things to a screaming halt here. All right, the little mine train. This is the only thing that I have actually ever scratch built from the ground up, and actually got the whole idea from Richart. Made a mine engine to go along with their little four-wheel cars, and that's where I got the idea. And once again, I'm using an no-gauge Alco motor that I stretched the axles on, but this time I used the diesel side plates. I just thought that would be a neat way of trying it, and I built it on a brass frame to give it more weight. So that's my love of freight and construction cranes. You've got a huge variety of things that you can do with it. I'll show you what we're coming along with on the crane right now. Things are slowly getting closer. Everything I've got right now is a mock-up, but I've got one side done. I've got the side plates on, and this is what we're looking at. We got the side plate on the motor, and everything that you see there, well, of course not the brass, but I got a magnet behind there that holds it exactly where I want it. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that side plate. I'll take the body off because it's just sitting on there, and I'm going to super glue the side plate to the frame. Then when that super glue is hard, as you can see, I got two holes drilled there. That will be drilled out. I'm trying to hold the camera steady. That will be drilled out, and then that will be bolted to the side. And the reason I'll do that is if I get it a little bit out of square, or one end is up a little higher than the other, I can elongate those screw holes on the back side, and I can adjust it where I want it. And once you tighten that down, because I've done this before on another project that I did, put a lock washer behind the little nuts, and I'll put the nuts to the outside because I like that look. And I've seen trucks that have the nuts on the outside instead of the bolt head. So I will screw it down tight with a lock washer, and it ain't gonna go nowhere. So this is how it looks. And you'll notice that between the two rivets, I've got cutouts. Well, that's so that I can take the spring, which I've already got. That goes, well, I can't do it with one hand, but it will go down over that. And then I will take and cut the journal box off like I did there. Just cut it off. It still makes it look like it's sitting on a beam. And that wraps under the back side of the truck back here. And of course the tabs, I twist them. This is what I use to do it with. This is a cutter for a milling machine. Now, drill press is nothing more than a fancy drilling machine. Unfortunately for a drill press, it's only made to do the vertical. It doesn't do lateral very well. This is what I use. This is it. I use a machinist's vise, which allows me to go left or right. But and I can elongate those holes, as you saw. I actually cut slits in them. But that is a very sensitive project, because the moment you start pushing against the side of this cutter, it starts to chatter. And what I do is I gently apply pressure and I move the cutter up and down like this, and then advance the piece forward. That cuts a little at a time. And what I also do is I drill 2 holes using that cutter, and I connect the holes. If you look at either one, wherever the hole is there, on one side of the rivet was a hole, on the other side of the rivet was a hole, and then I moved either left or right and connected the two. In fact, you can see right there in the center is where the 2 holes kissed each other. So that's what I'm up to. It's a real process. I'm hoping today, of course I need groceries. I went to get something last night and I had nothing to eat in the house, so I got to go to town and get groceries. But I'm hoping maybe to go ahead and actually finish this part of it and get everything bolted on, and then I'll do numerous test runs on it. I'm always doing test runs. Every time you have a swing, you want to make sure that the things are being missed when they're going around the curve. Got to work on the smokestack. Going to get that done. But show you how this is. As you can see, there's the frame, and all that will lift right off, and it will drop right back on. So that's it for now. What is today? Tuesday. Well, I was going to say have a good hump day. This ain't hump day yet, but it's getting close. You guys have a good rest of the week. Stay cool if possible. I think we got some storms coming in, so hopefully they won't be too bad. And we will see you later. Be safe out there, and toodaloo.